An accident at a Toverland show.
Own a part of a roller coaster.
And Dragon Watch open. For real? Hi, my name is Joost.
I'm Jolanda.
From Dutch Theme Park Network. Let's dive in. We're back at Toverland and we thought it is time to tell you all that happened in the last months.
Yes, we haven't had an update for 4 months, so we'll tell you all the news in the last 4 months.
And I think it's good to start with looking back at 2023, because Toverland broke a new record. They've greeted almost 1.2 million visitors last year.
It makes them the second theme park of the Netherlands, also in our ranking, so the second best theme park in our ranking, but also the most visited, second most visited.
It is 13% more than the previous record year, 2022. And that's a big growth.
That's a big growth, and they also are growing or upcharging the prices of the park right now.
Yep, because in the new year, the Toverland announced that the maximum price of a entrance ticket to the park will be €42.50.
Still less than Efteling, still less than Plopsaland in the region and Fantasia. So it's still not an expensive park to visit, especially for what you get. But it is an upcharge again. It's an
upcharge again, but we have to remark this is only when you come on the most busy days in the year and when you buy your ticket online less than 7 days prior to your visit, or when you buy it here at the front gate. Then you pay this maximum price, but you can get easily an early bird discount. If you're planning a visit to Toverland, just buy your tickets in advance through the web shop and then you get a discount of €7. And I think that's a quite reasonable price for the park that you get.
Absolutely, yes.
And then let's make a walk through the park and let's start at Port Laguna.
It's the entrance area where we are right now, and they repainted it and you can see it's repainted.
The colors are really bright at the moment.
You see the blue here, well the entire area is that bright.
Yeah, and of course the sun will do its work and it will fade in the upcoming months and the upcoming years. So I think it looks bright, sunny, and it gives a summer feeling. And you can clearly see the influence of Islands of Adventure here.
More on that in another video. That's coming soon. So if you want to know more about the resemblance with Universal Studios, then subscribe to our channel.
Furthermore, one of the first things you see in the park is a merchandise store, and also some surprises there, because Toverland released new t-shirts and I really like these shirts.
Really cool shirts, yes. Kudos.
Kudos. It's very subtle, the logo of Toverland with a phoenix, I guess it is. Lovely t-shirts. And only €25, that's a fair price for a t-shirt.
If you want to own parts of a roller coaster, you can right now at Toverland. They Retrack Troy. It's open again, it's smoother than ever. And all the parts they replaced are now for sale. And the wheels are already sold out?
They released 3 types of souvenirs. The first of all were the reels of the trains. Those were €150 each.
The most expensive one?
That's the most expensive one. You can get a part of the chain on the lift hill. That's €100 per
Still
piece.
available?
Still available. And a piece of the track for €75. And if you decide to buy one of these souvenirs, Toverland will give you a certificate of authenticity so that you can prove that it was really part of the roller coaster Troy. I think this is a really cool souvenir for coaster hunters and fans.
Definitely. And Efteling did this in the past too, also with a certificate. Those are worth serious money now. Those weren't that expensive.
That was about Pegasus in 1998.
Yeah, also from Python, the screws.
Yep, the wooden blocks from Pegasus were only €5 and you can easily sell these for 80 right now if you still have the certificate.
Yep.
So if you want to own a part of Troy and make yourself some money in the future, maybe?
Maybe, we don't know, but in the past it has been known that these pieces are more valuable, but like I said, Efteling did not charge that much. These prices at Toverland are expensive, they're high.
This is serious money.
Yeah.
Over to some less nice news.
So behind us you see the scene of Aqua Belatorus, of the stage of Aqua Belatorus.
There is a show that's called Aqua Belatorus. It premiered last year and they have updated the show this year with a new stunt, with a zip line. 65-meter long zip line. But last week something terribly went wrong.
Terribly, thank God, the actors aren't badly hurt, but there's a lot of water that comes over the stage, actually 3 containers, and what went wrong maybe is all 3 containers were released at once instead of one at a time, and that caused that too much water went over the stage and they lost their grip. They
3 actors were wiped off the stage, they fell down. And there you can see that Toverland is a professional park. There was immediately help for these actors. Ambulances came, they was taking care of them. They were brought to the hospital, but not in a hurry.
No major
injuries.
But the show is cancelled right now, and it's not known when it will be back on again. Of course, they need to prove it's safe again before they can put it on again.
There are several investigations going on, and as long as they don't find a solution to make sure this won't happen again, we have to wait for Aqua Belatorus. And maybe this is time for Toverland to update the show as well.
It's a fun show. The story isn't that good, but for a theme park show, it's fun.
And we of course, we wish all the actors that got hurt get well soon.
Yep.
We hope you're doing well.
Absolutely.
And we hope to see Aqua Belatorus on a short notice.
Yep.
But some good news is that Dragon Watch reopened.
It was a premiere for the park.
For Intamin.
The attraction is well known. It's also at Disney parks. But what we know now is that it's an electric version instead of a pneumatic version.
This was the first ever completely electric built drop tower by Intamin. And well, if you buy yourself an Intamin prototype, you know there can be some difficulties.
Which doesn't suit well for Efteling, but let's hope.
Let's hope.
Das Macabre won't have these issues, but we see at Belgian Park right now.
Bellewaerde, also an Intamin prototype, also some technical difficulties.
Also broke down on the first day and not running right now. But after a year, I guess, Dragon Watch is...
4 months. It was closed down for 4 months and now it's running again.
But when it was running, it had issues daily.
Yep.
And now it's open and it hasn't had any issues yet.
Yes.
So
and I rode it and it was quite fun. They improved the experience. You're going up and down way faster than before. And now you can hear Merlin talking to you when you're up in the tower. It's a really nice add-on to this ride and it improves the ride really well. So let's hope it will function from now on, because Toverland can really use a good attraction like this one.
With the increased visitors, they can use all the attractions they have, yeah?
Yeah.
Although Toverland still hasn't a lot of waiting time, so when you come...
We're now on a Sunday, a Mother's Day, the 3rd Sunday of May, and the most wait times are only 10 minutes or so.
5 or 10 minutes, yes, it's a cool park, lots to do and no long lines. Good weather right now, but you can't influence
Definitely worth a visit. Also new, also in Avalon, are new additions in Dwarf Alley. There is an alley running from Pixaris up to Dragon Watch, where you can see several houses where the dwarfs live. And
a little bit fairy tale foresty like. Very small alley, but fun thing to look at, especially for younger children that can't ride Phoenix or Pixaris yet. And they have some interactive elements, but
they added those in the last few months.
Yes.
But what is a pity is that some of them already are broken again. Especially with the blacksmith, you have wind vane you can turn around that is telling the story. And in that story they tell you, ring the bell and see who visits here as well. But when you go over to the bell, there is no way to make a bell anymore. And when you look in, you see it's broken already. And I hope Toverland will be able to fix this in a way that it won't broke anymore. Because when you see people nowadays, they really try to They don't handle things with care. They are fine additions because when you will ring the bell, a helmet will open up and you see a small dragon inside. I love those kind of sweet, kind little surprise elements in a park, but well, we have to wait for it till it's fixed again.
But it's fun, it's added, there are new things to look at.
Yep. And you told about Troy, that's open again. And
yes, we forgot something.
What did we forget?
The horse.
Yep, that was where I wanted to go. In front of the wooden roller coaster Troy is a giant Trojan Horse, and also that one was taken care of this winter.
Completely rebuilt,
Yep.
looking beautiful, and with also some tracks of Troy itself.
If you look at the neck of the horse, you see of course the manes, and there you see iron strips, and those were part of the track of Troy. Really, really well done. It looks marvelous again. Also some sustainability news.
Due to regulations, of course, also here at Toverland, the plastic bottles like this one, you
pay deposit.
You pay deposit and you can hand them back in. It used to be at the counters, now they have machines for it. The same ones as Efteling. They work the same as well.
Also here you find yourself 4 machines. One at Avalon, one near Katara, one inside in the Wonderwald. And the 4th one I think will be near Troy. No, it's here in Port Laguna. You can deliver your cups and your cans and your bottles there. You can get it directly on your bank account, at least when you're Dutch and you have the Tiki app.
15 cents
per bottle or can.
Yep.
You can decide to give it to charity, but you can also print a coupon and
get a voucher.
And one thing that Toverland is doing differently than Efteling is that you can return this voucher to every gift shop and every counter service in the park. They won't take your bottles anymore, they only accept these vouchers. So when you're in the Netherlands, make sure to collect your deposit bottles and
don't throw them in the trash.
Nope, because they will be hunted down and the deposit will be collected by someone.
Of course, if you don't care about 15 cents, you can throw them in the trash. Somebody else will be very happy with it.
Yep. And in one of our previous updates, we told about a new office building. And we were very excited about this office building because it was completely made out of wood, completely sustainable. And Toverland announced that they were planning to start the works for this new office building in January. But up till now, and we're already in half May, they didn't start the build. There's no construction going on.
There are of course a lot of plans for Toverland, also the new resort that's planned here near Troy. We know there is a shortage of labor right now, also especially with builders, so maybe that's an issue, but nothing has been announced.
There is a problem with permits. They don't have the permit yet, and they are still planning on doing the works, but they don't know when they can get started. And Toverland says, well, if we do it, we want to do it properly, and of course that's a good thing, but well, let's hope they can start on a short notice, because there are a lot of plans for Toverland in the upcoming years, so let's hope that those aren't delayed.
Also for the employees here, they deserve a good place to work, I guess.
For sure. But what they also announced is that they will redo their parking lot.
Yep, just like Efteling, but of course this is another plan.
Yeah, this is a totally different plan, but when you visit Toverland you park on grass, and you see with a lot of rain
it gets muddy.
It gets muddy, and now they announced that they will make another drive-out lane, that they will redo the parking lot in the upcoming months, and I think that's a good thing. And this is just a project they squeezed in. So maybe because of the delay of the clubhouse they can do this, but a major improvement for Toverland.
Major improvement.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
It's
definitely
an improvement
in service and in customer experience.
But it's not a new attraction.
No, it's not a new attraction, but and it can get crowded at Toverland, especially during Halloween and also on summer evenings. And then it was really hard to get out of the parking lot. And with an extra lane out of the parking lot, I think that will improve and maybe something to look back on, because at the
Or to look forward to, we don't know. Toverland has been teasing since the beginning of the year a kind of escape room. And they
escape your imagination or
Yes.
escape your magic or something.
a new logo, and they had an escape experience, very exclusive. You could win this.
There
And
were only, I believe, 120 people who were able to do this experience. They turned the complete park into an escape room.
escape experience. I don't think you could fill this one.
No, it was a 2-hour-long experience.
In the entire park, also backstage, so you were the security guard of Toverland for 2 hours.
You were coming in to get the job for security office because one of the employees was retiring, and your selection process was to do this task in the park, and you had to go into the park, push buttons, make some puzzles.
It was a real experience, also with actors, so they went all out with this one.
Yeah.
But it's such a shame, it's only for 120 people. So
I wish I could do this experience because I
Yeah?
know who built this experience. It was Maurice de Zeeuw from Epic Escape in Waalwijk. They have a really good escape room.
definitely.
If you're in the neighborhood, definitely a tip to do this one, Illusion. And I was really curious what he was doing in the park, but we weren't selected for this experience.
No,
Let's hope next time.
maybe.
But it looked really neat, especially the part at Phoenix where Merlin appeared
Yeah, it was filmed by Loopings.
by loopings.
You can see it on YouTube. We'll add a link to it. It looked really cool, but we hope maybe that there will be another one more public, or that
You can buy as an add-on.
yeah.
Toverland has
I can
built.
imagine it's an expensive experience if you need to put a price ticket on it, because it's at night, it's with actors, a lot of people are involved.
You need a complete park, but I can imagine that Toverland will find another way to give people an escape experience.
They've got the Haunted Mansion here, Now You're Mine, that's in the park. You could convert that to an escape room maybe?
They built a complete new building for the haunted experience Now You're Mine, and it was a mining complex where you walked through, and it's only there for the month for Halloween, so October. I can imagine that they turned that one into an escape room where you can buy tickets for as an add-on on the park, and that it is open all days that the park is open except for the Halloween days, because then you need it for the haunted experience.
Would be a cool idea, but I don't know what they wanted to achieve with the escape experience. Was it just promotional, or was it a trial to see if there would be people interested in this experience? I don't know.
But let's hope for some news on this one. Toverland, don't let us down. We would love to do an escape room in the park, and we are willing to think with you about what it would be. And that rounds up this news update about Toverland. We hope you enjoyed this one, and we are curious. Are you planning to visit Toverland? Or have you been here before? Let us know down in the comments. We would love to hear from you. And if you want to help us out making more and better videos, then you might want to become a patron of our channel. Head over to patreon.com to see all the possibilities and what tier fits you best.
And hope to see you in the next one.
See ya!
See ya!